Not because of me, because of the movie.
Yeah, the movie.
Yeah.
But then you were like,
I kept hitting it up. He's such a old pervert. Yeah, he's like, yeah. For coke, damn. Where are these parties?
You doing your thing?
Oh, we?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Back at it again. Oh, you got me to say ass to ass again? Yeah. Like we never left. Coke and Dank and Coke. There's a lot of dead silence on that. I legit thought we were just fucking around. Yeah, it's the lethal weapons. You won't crop it. Every time you've said you're gonna crop it,
no, I'll crop dead silence.
You've never cropped it.
I'll crop dead silence. I don't crop screw ups. I crop dead silence though.
If you crop dead silence, this would be a one-man podcast.
Hey Dank.
Hey Coke.
What do you call a Mexican who lost his car?
Racist?
Carlos.
That's good. Even though I stepped on him, yeah. That was a good one. Carlos.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, Carlos, if you think it's racist, let us know. It wasn't intended to be.
No, it wasn't. And it has nothing to do with this episode either. I just wanted to say.
And thank you for becoming a listener, Carlos. It's been we haven't had a Carlos.
Is it short for Carlito?
Carmelita, or is it short for Carmelita?
Or is it short for Carlito Manito?
Or is it short for Carlitos Way? Solid movie. Yeah, if you guys haven't guessed now,
that's a good movie.
We're doing a podcast review on Carlitos Way.
Yeah, it is.
Al Pacino.
I just picked that joke out of a hat. I just randomly searched the joke.
You know, it's supposed to be connected to the episode that we're talking about.
I know. But it's odd that it isn't.
That's the segue. That's the segue.
Because today we're talking about oddball heroes.
I don't approve of any of that.
Bam! Blam!
Are you doing the famous dance now?
I just thought of that.
Yeah.
It feels so good.
See, it's better when it's natural.
I just thought of that, yeah. So
Did you see your prepared effort? It was not as good.
I don't know.
Although the joke was good.
I'm never prepared.
It makes no sense to the context of what we're talking.
No, I know. I just wanted to you haven't laughed at one in a while. Okay, I just wanted to find a good one.
I laughed at, what was it?
What was last week's?
I don't care. Shush. The only one that's good is
Thor.
Ah! You buried the lead. I want to say it. Like my knees, Thor.
You know how long ago that was?
It's so good. And Thor's coming back. Did you guys all see the new Avengers?
Oh, Thor 6?
Where Thor dies? It was great.
And he lost his other eye?
He lost his arm. And he lost a leg. He lost Loki.
As long as he still got his Wang Chung, he's good.
Speaking of losing limbs, we're talking about Carlitos Way. All of this is unusable, by the way.
It is. It's garbage. It's shit. We're talking about oddball heroes today. So the oddest heroes you have probably never heard of. You might have.
Unless you really like these heroes.
If you've heard of every single one of these guys,
Contact Coke, he has a shirt for you.
I have a shirt.
You win you get a stamp card and a shirt that says I know all the oddballs.
The shirt says oddballs and the nipples are cut out.
And there's a I'll get you a Fallout CD.
And
Fallout Boy CD.
A Fallout Boy CD.
Yeah. It'll be previously used
previously used. Do you have one?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I know
why would you have? Oh, okay.
No, I know a store. I'm not paying full price for Fallout Boy.
I will sign the shirt.
Dance, we're falling apart. Oh wait, no, that's the anymore. We have to pay royalties for it. Fuck.
Oh, almost got us.
Almost got us.
You slick pricks.
You got good music, but I'm not paying for your album.
Do they have good music?
Clearly, this is a podcast hating on Fallout Boy. That and appreciation for Carlitos Way. The only two things that we want to talk about today. It's great, man.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
Benny Blanco from the Bronx, baby.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo was in that. Luis Guzman is in that, man. Sean Penn is in that.
Why would you say man like that?
That's how he says it. Luis Guzman. You gotta give him the Guzman, man.
Fucking gay.
I'm gonna cast Luis Guzman in a... he could be one of these guys, actually.
Are you casting these guys?
I haven't, but now I got Luis Guzman. No,
when you start down that rabbit hole, there's
it's true, but now I have Luis Guzman on the brain, so I need to put him on something. That is kind of super. Yeah, I slip into it. Yeah,
you just. Yeah.
I get it. You started with Carlos.
So we're going through a bunch. There's no order whatsoever. We're just gonna go from top down.
Yeah, we do have a plan to this episode.
We do for
once. If you're still listening, 5 minutes in.
Let us know if it's any better than our freewheeling ones.
They're all freewheeling.
Or if we need to plan more, because really this is just a list.
These are these are you've done some research, and these are ones that we can't believe exist.
Had you heard of it? I've heard of.
A lot of these sound like 80s movies.
Before we did this, I heard a couple of these guys, but I never really.
Case in point, Brother Power, the Geek.
Number one, well, not number one.
There's no order. Yeah, no numbers.
Brother Power, the Geek, debuted in 1968 in his very own comic.
So if you're old enough to catch that reference, congrats.
Yeah.
Welcome to the internet, sir.
And he was very much a product of his time, in the sense that. He was discovered by hippies in the comics. In his issue, he was discovered by a group of hippies after a lightning bolt hit a reactor next to a mannequin,
which already makes so much sense.
and brought the
placement of everything. Yeah.
So Brother Power, and then the hippie tribe found him and named him Brother Power.
So case in point, this sounds like the 80s movie, I think it's called Mannequin, where a dude finds a chick in a department store, and for whatever 80s magic, she comes to life, but she's a mannequin. And this also reminds me of the childhood favorite, Today's Special.
I was just thinking that, isn't this Today's Special?
Where they put a magic hat on Jeff,
and he comes
to life at the night. That's the one reference that does make sense to me, but that's only because I have a background in Today's Special.
Yeah, so basically he's Jeff.
But he is
Brother
Jeff.
Power the Geek.
But there's no Muffy the Mouse.
No.
And Sam Crenshaw.
And the old dude. Who's the old
Sam Crenshaw, baby.
Okay.
Sam Crenshaw.
I don't know their names.
Because the show was the shit.
It was, but I don't remember the name.
Muffy the Mouse, Sam Crenshaw.
Doesn't matter. It's a great show.
And Black,
you want to talk about that show?
And Black Lady. I do, but I can't remember Black Lady's name. And I'm so pissed at myself. Because I know my Carlos history. Carlos Mencina.
So Store mannequin.
Was that guy German?
Ooh, Brother Power?
Carlos Mencina. Anyway. He's weird.
Yeah, he's not really alive.
No.
He's not really dead.
And then there's he's got rags on him and shit like that.
Yeah,
he doesn't even have a full outfit.
He's a fucking mannequin.
It's weird.
What's he got? He's very pliable, pain resistant. He's actually got some super strength. But he's also a pacifist.
Yeah, and he probably has no cock. So good luck with that life.
Oh, he's a Ken doll. He's a walking Ken doll.
Yeah, that's no fun.
With raggedy hair and.
It's not fun.
No, it's not.
It's like Dogma.
Raised on hippies.
It's like Dogma.
I never saw Dogma.
Dogma's great. Here's the little spoiler. 2 angels that are dropped from heaven that were archangels, as part of their punishment, they can no longer drink alcohol, so they can only kind of swish it around their mouth and spit it out, and they have no cocks. So when they reveal where their fleshy sacks could be, they're Ken dolls.
Is that really what the movie's about?
There's more to it.
There doesn't need to be more to it. Is that really what?
There's more to it, but essentially, 2 angels are trying to get back into heaven, and in doing so, they'll end up destroying humankind. Okay. They don't know that, so there's a ball of oddballs and misfits that are band together to stop them from doing this. It's pretty damn good, actually.
Why have I never seen this?
It's one of Kevin Smith's best. It's definitely in his top 3.
It's Kevin Smith?
Yeah, man.
Why have I never seen this?
I have no
idea.
idea.
It's Ben Affleck, right?
Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Salma Hayek, Chris Rock, Muse. What's the Canadian singer? Isn't it ironic?
Celine Dion.
No.
Oh,
Alanis Morissette. Yeah, man, it's awesome. And fucking George Carlin.
Why have I never seen this fucking movie?
Jason Lee is in it too.
What year is this?
90 something.
What is wrong with me?
It's good. We should talk about Dogma more.
Let's talk about. Let's just fuck all this.
Chris Rock's name is Rufus. It's pretty good, man. It's my top 3 for Kevin Smith.
I did not know that. I remember seeing it when I was a kid. Oh, Dogma, yeah.
Do you want to check out the trailer? Do you want to pause this? So
no, I don't. I'll do that.
Go off onto this tangent.
I'll do that after. Let's get back to Brother Power the Geek.
No, let's move on. I think That's how interested we are about him. We're talking about Dogma.
Yeah, he sucks.
Hey guys, if you haven't checked out Dogma, it's available on DVD and live streaming service. People don't buy DVDs no more, right? Blu-ray. I think it's got a Blu-ray release. We're well into the future. That's me.
Yeah.
Did you guys get the green rays?
He said, sorry, just for context, he said nobody buys DVDs anymore, and I just held up a DVD he bought.
Yeah, they don't buy. I still.
Yeah.
And tell them what DVD it is now.
The unrated edition of MacGruber.
Yeah.
So
keep 6.
It's well worth the buy.
Keep 6 on that.
It's well worth the purchase. All right.
Moving on
to a fellow that was debuted in Adventure Comics number 303 in 1962 for DC, Matter Eater Lad.
This guy doesn't sound half bad.
He eats stuff.
He does. He eats everything. And he's part of the Legions of Superheroes.
He is part of Legions of Superheroes.
Which is just... It's actually an insane group that doesn't really get enough credit.
No, it really doesn't.
But they're kind of pussies, essentially.
Well,
like, that's why. Nobody's really a badass. They're just super powerful and kind of young.
They just took everybody... Yeah, they just... Okay, you eat stuff and don't die. All right, you come and join.
Yeah, and... But, like, Legions of Superheroes, like, they're all kind of like chasing other people's greatness. Like there's always stories about how like, how they want to be like Superman. It's like you guys are so much cooler than Superman. You have no idea, but
you don't realize it.
I don't know. I haven't read a Legion of superheroes in a long time. So if they've got cool and all like Titans out and like badass and shit, let me know. But for the most part, they have lad, not even man.
Consumes all matter.
He's baby Galactus.
Imagine eating fucking anything.
He's baby Galactus.
Yeah, eating. Well, yeah. I was gonna say he doesn't eat planets, but I guess if he eats anything,
he's a lad. He could, yeah.
He could.
I'm sure there's a comic where they talk about the world's tiniest planet.
Big enough stomach. Since we're talking about the Legion of Superheroes, arm fall off boy.
Oh, you're jumping off either? You didn't even go off to like how Man-Eater Lad, like his superpowers. Well, like I wrote down that like he's got his taste buds can detect like what any content is made up of. He can break that down. He has like super crazy enzymes in his stomach that can like not only dissect whatever the matter is, but help like determine what it is. And he has a super fast metabolism, so the fact that he's eating everything doesn't go to his hips, which is great. Really.
Doesn't go right to the thighs.
I
imagine he'd have a more successful career like on like a crime scene investigation unit.
But he'd be eating too much cum.
But he'd eat. Nobody be
because CSI. There's all semen and blood everywhere.
What did they burn this down with? Oh, that's right. Actually, you probably would be eating a lot.
He'd be amazing on CSI because he'd just be licking gum and you're like, stop it,
stop. Well, he doesn't even like.
He was Asian.
Here's the thing, though, is that what we
cream of some young guy.
Nobody talks about with this guy. He eats everything, but does he fucking like the taste of it?
I don't know. I wrote down he's probably insane. I don't know why I wrote it, but it checks out.
Because I mean, like, if I could eat steel and plastic, I probably still wouldn't because I can't imagine it tastes very good. Well,
it also doesn't say here that he's in a relationship, so the one thing he doesn't eat is pussy.
Yeah.
So that's probably not working out for him either. I don't know if it would drive you insane, but...
No, but think of that, though, right? Like, okay, I would constantly eat anything, but why would I want to eat that?
I would... If I had
tastes
the power...
like shit.
No. If I could eat anything, I would be trying everything, so I know... He probably knows that, like, oak tree tastes so much better than fucking maple and birch.
Okay, yeah.
So I would go chase out. So his, like, taste buds, like, he loves a great Sony stereo compared to a JVC. Like, he could break it down to that level. So he's probably... I would taste everything so I can find out the best of everything. Like,
like Nintendo consoles taste better than
these Gucci slippers taste like
Would you
oppression.
Would you carry around like a bottle of hot sauce just in case? I'll just dip a little bit on this.
He doesn't look like he likes the spicy.
Oh, because he's white. Okay, I get it. Subtle racism approved. Yeah.
Really? Really?
Actually, did you hear about?
We're moving on now.
No, wait. Before we go on, did you hear about the Capu guy?
No.
You hear about this guy? Okay, so you remember the game, Toronto Montreal, switched over to hockey.
Yeah.
And then they were up 3-0.
Right.
And Toronto came back and won it. And
yep.
So when they're down 3-0, this guy on social media was like,
"Oh, he made a bet."
Yep. He goes, there
in
won't
hockey, what the fuck's wrong with you?
If they come back, I'll eat cat shit in my cat's litter box.
Okay.
And we came back, scored 6.
Yes.
So they ended up winning the game.
Great
game. He videotaped himself eating cat shit.
He's famous now.
He is famous. He got a job. And
he got a job?
He got a job as like a social media thing.
He's an influencer? Fuck out of here.
And they fucking put his face. Remember those old My Heritage commercials?
Yeah. Oh, he's Canadian then, yeah. I guess. For eating cat poo?
For eating cat food.
You know we're going to have to pause now so I can look at this.
Yeah, of course you can.
All right. We'll be back talking about oddballs after this break.
So what do you think of that?
I have several thoughts. The first being, if you're the dude that was eating cat poop before this guy ate cat poop, because you know people have been eating cat poop on the internet.
Oh yeah.
We're the generation of eating Tide Pods, whatever, like licking fucking plugs and shit.
Batteries.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We do stupid shit for likes. So there's been a few people that have been eating excrement on the internet for likes without any. Now this guy comes along and gets a job?
I'm pretty sure he got a job. I remember reading somewhere on Twitter he got a job.
Oh, God.
And he swallowed it, too. He chased it with water. And...
So back to Man-Eater Lad.
Yeah.
He would know which shit tastes the best. He'd be like,
but why would he eat it? It tastes gross.
He doesn't know that, right? Like, if your body breaks it down, like, if you have a special tongue, it's breaking it down completely different than normal tongues.
That's my point, is like,
so
he's
eating tiger poo, and he's like, oh, they had bamboo for breakfast.
But it's not grossed out.
No.
That's not going to make him sick because he's matter-eat a lot. Okay.
I don't think this guy, he doesn't have an anorexia problem. He's taking it down.
He's probably thick.
That's what breaks the bank. He's probably thick.
So yeah, we're talking about the Legion of Superheroes. So
yeah,
the first ever.
Yeah, we're talking about this. Yeah, really.
Talking about cat poop.
The upscale group to get into. This guy got in for eating shit.
Yeah,
you can eat shit. Join us, man. We're called the Legions of Superheroes.
Yeah, and but not everybody gets in.
Who failed this fucking?
The first reject.
Einstein group.
The first reject. Or rejected application for this Legion of Superheroes is none other than Arm Fall Off Boy.
Why? He's amazing.
They turned him down.
So
he was the first ever to be turned down.
DC 1989, first appearance in Secret Origins Volume 2, number 46.
Arm Fall Off Boy.
This is a man who quite simply
removes his arm.
And can use it as weapons.
Yeah, he usually clubs people with his arm.
You know why I think he didn't get into this group? He looks like a penis.
Is it the name?
No, he looks like a penis. Have you seen him in his pink outfit?
Yes.
And if you remove enough limbs, you look like a fucking 6-foot cock.
Walking around the deck. Yeah, it's the cone head thing he's got going on.
Why are you in pink? He's in flesh tones.
Yeah, he's in flesh tones.
You can't be in flesh tones and removing limbs.
And then his little cone head. One thing I will give the guy is that
he's wearing like stockings too.
Yeah.
He's got fishnets.
Yeah, one thing I will give the guy though.
What are you giving this guy, a hand?
No, is that there's no deception here. Yeah, that's pretty good. There's no deception here. His fucking name says it all. I'm Arm Fall Off Boy. My arm fall off.
Boy.
That
boy. He literally, so if you're in a fight with this guy, he's literally not using fists to fight you. He's ripping off one of his arms to use it as a club.
And clubbing you, yeah.
Who the fuck are you winning against?
It gives him an extra reach.
To do what? Other than he should have been called Back Scratcher Man.
Yeah, or to reach that top, the glass in the top drawer that's really hard to reach.
Get a fucking ladder. Stop dressing like he looks like a cock. Please look up this motherfucker.
Looks like a pink dink, yeah.
Well, I mean, assuming that you're of the pink persuasion, your dink would be pink.
You want to get into depth on Arm Fall Off Boy? Or?
Oh, I thought you were going to get in depth into flesh tones.
Because there's no secret. Like with Matter-Eater Lad, how he eats the shit and figures out what it is. This guy just literally takes his arm off.
Fall Out Boy, if you're listening, I think this dude should make an appearance on some cover art or a music video. No, you can't. Don't say the full song because we can't pay for it. We have no money. Join our Patreon though. Red Bee.
The Red Bee.
Quality
comic. So he debuted in 1940, which is fucking insane.
He or she?
He, the Red Bee, Quality Comics. I think DC got him. He came to these afterwards, but he originally debuted in Quality Comics. Hit Comics #1 in 1956.
Okay, because I did Queen Bee 2, which is the niece of original.
Did you?
Red
you,
Bee.
You sly devil.
Hey, so you want to give a little background of first Bee, and then I can go to second Bee.
The Red Bee is a dude who dresses in red and yellow.
I think you have to establish that he's a man again.
Okay, he's a man. I don't really want to assume his gender, but he's got no powers.
Nope.
But he does have a single bee in his belt buckle.
You know, it'd be better if he had a bee in his bonnet.
Yeah, a bee in his bonnet. Yeah, or bee in the boots. I got bees in my boots.
I got a snake in my boot. There's a snake in my boot. Love it.
You know, if you play hockey, you got a bee in my boot.
That's what they say.
Yeah, if you get, it gets all buzzy.
It's another heritage moment, isn't it?
Yeah, let's get some cat poop.
Don't make that a thing.
No, I'm not. That's gross.
So the original had a robot suit and the rocket pack. It could control bees.
Nope.
That's the niece then.
That's the niece. The
Okay.
original was just a dude with a bee in his belt buckle.
That's it.
That's it.
Wasn't he transforming into a?
Nope.
Okay, so if you're gonna research any of the red bees, nice logo. Research the niece, cause she's more like the Blue Beetle carbon.
Yeah.
And like Blue Beetle meets Ant, or Ant-Man, I should say, and Wasp, cause she has a robotic suit with a rocket pack. She can control bees. And eventually she starts to mutate to the point that she grows a thorax. So like she's slowly slipping into becoming.
She sounds way more cooler than her unk.
Well, for a lot of these superheroes that were out in the 1960s, their creators didn't really have a lot of ideas, other than eating everything, and he's a mannequin.
I like this guy.
I mean, he could.
This is fucking sleeves.
He can make it in wrestling.
He would, yeah, he could, yeah.
What is that, chartreuse? That's a color.
What is chartreuse?
It's a color.
What color is it?
That.
That pinky purple thing? Isn't that more like a mauve?
See, like now you're just no.
How the fuck are you chartreuse? What is it? You're making
Type it in. Type in chartreuse.
I'm not gonna type in chartreuse.
Why? What do you think is gonna come up? It's not like fucking lemon party or some shit. Your evil laugh. Your sinister laugh. No. See. Yeah,
oh, chartreuse.
Yeah, you didn't say it right.
It's a fucking green. Oh, it's like a green. That's not a purple.
No, man, it's pink.
It's a green.
That's pink too.
That's pink.
Is this too late to tell you that I'm colorblind?
Yes. Are you really colorblind?
Well,
no, you're not.
If I thought that was chartreuse.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So we like the niece better than the uncle. Let's get that out of the way. But I was talking about the uncle when I wrote this.
Yeah. Well, that's what, again, you said 1940s.
I walk into my... Imagine the guy kicks in the door to the office.
I gotta be.
Listen here, crime, okay?
I gotta be.
I've come here to... Yeah. What are you gonna do, old chap?
I gotta be.
Reaches slowly for his buckle, pops it open, and a little bee pops out. Ah! If you're not allergic to bees...
Well, nobody likes bees. They're inconvenience.
They're a minor annoyance.
Until you figure out that like they're fucking saving our Earth. They're dying at an alarming rate.
But a single bee. This guy doesn't even have like a swarm. It's a single bee.
The thing is, I don't know if he can control that one bee. Like, essentially, he's just letting it free now. He's like, finally, the bee's like, yes. He's just looking for the window, and then gonna go fuck a flower. But unless it's tied to a string, like. You can't really tell me that the bee's gonna go strike your enemies.
Imagine the bee had a like Jerry Seinfeld voice.
Hey guys. That's my Jerry Seinfeld.
Like a bee movie, right?
What are you doing? Hey.
That's your Jerry Seinfeld.
What's the deal? No, I haven't.
What's the deal with that?
You should work on your Jerry Seinfeld for other reasons. And obvious reasons.
The red bee. So the niece is cooler.
Yeah. Well, the niece wasn't invented again in 1940s.
No.
We should have just done 1940 comic book heroes because that's. Oh,
that's another good episode.
Well, stay tuned for that episode on our Patreon. We're gonna start plugging it, right?
Next up is a fan favorite. He actually won in '97. He actually won Best New Character.
Did he?
Yeah.
What was going on in '97? Do you have the nominees?
No, I don't have the nominees.
We gotta figure that out.
I read that somewhere.
You can't really trust the internet.
Debuted in Hitman number 18 in 1997. DC's very own dog.
Chartreuse. Chartreuse, man.
Dog welder.
This guy's amazing.
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 Go ahead. Tell me what dog welder does.
Listen, before we get into this, someone is like severely crippled at DC, and I mean that emotionally. That they thought of this idea and thought, "Hey, man, this guy could be a hero."
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like someone hates animals that much, or lost a significant friend. Is like, all the dogs must die now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm bearing the lead. So essentially, this is a guy that finds or kills puppies and dogs, and uses them as weapons.
The
against
dead bodies,
villains.
yeah. The dead bodies.
Like he'll chuck a dog at you.
and weld it to you.
He'll chuck a dog at you. That's literally... And he was best new superhero.
Yeah. He's part of a group.
I mean... Did you say he's tied with Groot?
No.
That would have been amazing.
What is interesting about...
Is the Radiator Man.
Oh, the fucking furnace is going bonkers.
We need that heat. We're gonna need that heat.
Yeah, he was part of Six Pack's group.
Yeah, definitely wasn't part of Legion of Superheroes.
No, but what's interesting about him is that he died. Like, they label him as possibly psychotic or schizophrenic,
Which makes sense.
right?
He never speaks.
Never speaks.
And constantly wearing a mask.
Yeah, and so he actually dies.
Okay.
And then a second dog welder takes his place.
What?
Yeah, so he actually...
There's a legend of Dog Wilder.
Yes, he wears his equipment,
Van Wilder.
and the equipment possesses him with the former dog welder spirit.
No, I don't. That's going too far.
Yeah.
Although, that's a good horror movie.
So he's a family man. The second one's a family man.
He's a family man.
Yeah, so his wife and kids try to help him out,
Okay.
right? But he felt too compelled to weld dogs. So he ends up welding the family dog to his kids.
Both of them?
So they get divorced.
What is going on? Who is this, like, broken and detached?
So he gets divorced.
To write this. What?
And then, like, watches them from afar. And
As a dog is
dog welder.
attached to them.
Yeah.
How do you weld? Like, it's burning flesh.
Yes.
It's not metal to metal, which
Yes.
makes sense that
So he
a
attempted-
flame will
yeah.
glue it essentially
No,
together.
he attempted to weld the family dog to his kid.
I get that, but he does weld dogs to other things.
Yeah.
But there's no metal involved. So how does flesh stick to flesh? Is my
I
question.
don't know, man. It's a magic welder.
What? No.
I don't fucking know.
Now you're upset because
You're
there's
upset because you're-
flaws.
I'm upset because you're asking me these real questions on dog welder.
You want to explain the backstory again of the second dog welder?
I already did. And then he gets some help from like Constantine and shit. But
Anyway, I think this would be a good movie though.
this would be a hilarious movie.
James Gunn set to direct.
Hilarious movie.
James Gunn set to direct.
Next up is
Dave Bautista playing.
we're
the
actually
dog
gonna jump from DC finally right into Marvel. 2004.
Not for long.
No, not for long.
Just
DC's
one.
got some gems. Marvel 2004's District X #2 introduced a fellow named Jazz.
This guy should have been the last one we talk about because he's the worst.
He's the absolute worst.
Other than his name, and even that's
He has
not befitting.
He has no powers
Nope.
whatsoever. All he has is blue skin.
He's weak.
So he
I wrote weak.
Yeah, he weak, and he raps.
Not even good.
And he's not even good.
His real skill is he's a drug dealer.
Yeah.
He likes to sell toad juice, which is derived from the mutant Toad Boy, and that just made me like think of Slurm from Futurama, which is just this giant slug like. "Ugh, ugh." So like I think it's just some dude jacking off that everyone is drinking his jack off, or smoking his jack off, or injecting his jack off.
He dies too, right?
Jack off. Probably. His name is John Xander.
Jazz, okay.
Moving on.
His street name is Jazz.
Let's get to the big one. The real Marvel.
Oh
isn't
no,
that Oddball?
I wasn't talking about Big. That is Big Bertha.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Bertha or Barda?
No, Big Bertha, not Big Barda.
What?
Yeah. Because there's a Big Barda in DC,
Okay.
and she's actually cool. But there's a
You don't like Big Bertha in Marvel?
Big Bertha in Marvel.
1989, West Coast Avengers Volume 2, number 46. Big Bertha is pretty damn cool, man. You don't like her?
I have no problem with her. She's just an odd.
You
hero.
like Big Barda better, apparently.
I like Big Barda better, yeah.
Alright, that looks like there's a hero draft about to happen here. Crossover sets. So, Big Barda is not on this list, but Big Bertha is a shape-shifting mutant with super strength and durability. But her whole kind of niche, or kitsch, or clique, or chartreuse, if you will, is... I'm going to make it a thing. She was actually a model, so she's been making money as a model, but decided to join the West Coast Avengers, making herself overweight, I guess wrestler?
Yeah.
To fight villains?
Yeah.
And it's pretty badass. So she's part of the Great Lake Avengers, which I don't know how they got a team. But clearly Lake Erie needed to be defended.
Yeah, isn't that fucking weird? She goes from West Coast Avengers to Great Lake Avengers.
Someone want to check out Lake Superior.
Yeah, dude, she's basically the female blob, eh?
Lake Huron.
Is she essentially the female blob?
Lake Michigan. I agree. I just want to name them.
Oh, you just okay. Go ahead.
Lake Ontario.
Did it. That's 3, right?
I said Erie before. I went to Superior. Then I said Huron and Michigan.
And then Ontario.
Obviously, Ontario. Do you not see the hand over my chest? This is a heritage moment.
He's in cat boot.
Fine. Where's your cat? Here, Mr. Whiskus. Here, Mr. Whiskus.
Mr. Whiskus, no.
This is what you would name your cat?
No.
What'd you name your cat?
Probably Cartman.
Solid name. You had that preloaded. Good on you, buddy. Good on you.
And that's Big Bertha.
That's it? That's all you got for her?
I've got nothing else for her. She's female blob. She's actually not that bad. She's just odd.
I like this. She came out in 1989, and her actual name in the comic book is Ashley Crawford. So it makes me think that they were thinking a lot about Cindy Crawford, who was an actual model.
Yeah.
And they
well, she became
modeled
big.
a lot. That's what's the word I'm looking for? That's not modeled. They her appearance looks a lot or very reminiscent of Cindy Crawford, which I like.
But she became big before, like after she joined the Avengers, right?
She started off as a model.
She started off as a model and became big.
And then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go big and super gigantic to fuck up foes," which I like. I think
You gotta admire that.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, gotta admire that.
She was also trained by Hawkeye and Mockingbird.
Yeah.
So imagine that
So
comic.
she can scrap.
But imagine that comic, because Hawkeye's all sarcastic and shit,
Yeah.
and then he's getting
Making
thrown
fat
around.
jokes galore.
He's getting thrown around with by Baby Blob,
But yeah,
sexy Baby Blob,
sexy baby blob
in a one piece
in a one piece
with
around the Great Lakes
with Cartman in a Great Lake.
in a Great Lake. Which Great Lake?
Huron.
The Huron. Okay.
She's not ready for Superior.
No. Start
You know who is?
Who is?
DC's 1977 original, the Wonder Twins.
These guys were the only one on this list that didn't debut in a comic, right?
No.
Yeah.
Which makes me kind of believe that around 1977 that they were kind of based off of Donnie and Marie Osmonds.
Probably, yeah. That's a fucking good call, yeah.
They have that kind of a relationship where it's ambiguous, but the whole joke is that, well, back then was, obviously Donnie and Marie are twin brother and sister, but they hang out so much together that it was kind of weird for everybody else. And like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's a little close.
So any SNL joke would have been like, anytime they cut the camera, then they just constantly make out with each other. There's a good one with Julie Louis-Dreyfus playing Marie Osmond. But these guys...
It makes sense because Brother Power the Geek is based on Frankenstein. Like, so those heroes are based on...
extenuating things. And because this one didn't start off in a comic book, it started on TV.
Yep.
And around this time, Donnie and Marie would have been kind of, I think, taking over the airways on one of the 3 major networks. Remember that? When it was only 3?
Yeah.
We don't, because we're not that old.
No.
But yeah, these two are just brother and sister aliens.
What are their powers? One turns into anything, right?
Zan and Jaina. Zan can turn into any non-living thing. So I believe that's the dude. And Jaina can turn into any living thing. And
So basically one can turn into anything. The other one can turn into, like, water and mist.
One can turn into any organic
Okay.
living thing, and one can turn into any inanimate
Inorganic.
object.
Okay.
So one can turn into a tree, and then the other one can turn into a glass.
Okay. So what's a good combo for them then?
Well, the Family Guy has...
Like a chicken in a coop?
Sure. You could do chicken and egg and just fuck around with people. I believe Family Guy made the joke of Peter turns into, like, somebody's tampon. Because Family Guy goes there. I mean, it was funny. They have good moments. But the only way that they can do it is they have to do a fist bump. And then they have to say twin power activate. And then, like, turn their hands.
So they can't. So they're useless on their own.
Yes, they need to be constantly... Again, so this for me, this leads back into the Donnie and Marie shit. They're always attached to the hip. They have to always be around each other. There's always jokes. In the cartoons, they're always holding hands and kind of stuff like that. So everyone's like, what's really going on with these guys, right? I'm pretty sure...
Because we're useless without each other.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure... What's his face? Seth Green and his robot chicken, they have some sort of skin on this, too.
Do they?
Well, he did the whole...
Did you watch a lot of that? I never watched much.
I liked anytime he did the superhero ones.
Okay.
Actually, we should review the superhero ones, because those are
yeah.
pretty badass.
Because I never really took that show. I know I'd watch it once in a while, but...
I mean, it had the best intro song ever.
What's Seth Green doing? Is that show still on?
No.
It's not, right? No.
He's still got Family Guy.
Oh yeah, right.
And I'm pretty sure he's a good producer now. He's just doling out money to things that he likes doing.
No more Austin Powers, eh?
It's due for a reboot. Funny enough, I think
Yeah,
Wayne's World 3 is. They're trying to do some pre-production for that.
Do Austin Powers.
I like Dana Carvey needs the paycheck, man.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Swing.
Good save.
What's next? We got
Danny the Street. This one is kind of sweet. Actually.
This is cool. Well, it's from Doom Patrol. He first appeared Doom Patrol 35 in 1990.
Right.
Doom Patrol itself, I haven't read much, but what I do know about it and what I have read is it's weird as fuck, in like the best ways. Yeah. So
if you haven't already started watching the TV series,
I haven't.
I haven't. I've got them, but
oh, you have them?
Yeah, I know Brendan Fraser's in it, and I think he's gonna steal the show somehow. I've been watching Umbrella Academy.
Have you watched it? Okay,
I have mixed reviews. Watch our Umbrella Academy. Oh no, we don't have an.
We don't have one, but we should.
We have an episode review.
We should do one. But this guy, we just kind of both stayed off.
We both trailed off on what we're gonna do.
That was fucking weird.
No, was it? We were just seeing our futures, and very much like Danny the Street.
We both literally looked the same way.
No. We were on Danny the Street, who is essentially a neighborhood block, who has the power to kind of make people feel happy.
The sentient street, right?
That like anyone that's on the street can feel better about themselves. So I like to believe that right now we're.
Danny's a grand fellow, eh?
You know what Danny is? Danny is basically Sesame the Street.
Hey, yeah.
Without Muppets.
Yeah.
He's just all the love is in that street. Like it gives you that type of feeling. Well, hello, I'm Elmo. All your kids that love looking at Elmo, all you that love looking at Oscar and Snuffleupagus, you get that kind of warm, sappy feeling inside. And he's such a strong street that he can reconstruct himself and repair himself anytime he gets hurt and kind of change himself to the mode.
How do you talk to him? Do you talk to him?
I think he just...
Does he talk to you through like...
He talks through the environment.
Okay.
So like things will recreate around him and like obviously like trees and stuff will pop up and things like that. So... And I think it's more of a feeling, right? So you're in a place
he feels angry.
You're a euphoria. Well, they don't really talk about like him getting pissed off, right?
Yeah, he's pretty chill. He's a street man. Just don't litter.
I don't know if he belongs on the street. I think him and that crazy planet dude should link
Mogo?
up. Yeah, and then there should be a three-way battle between Mogo, Danny the Street, and Galactus.
Well, Galactus would eat Mogo.
Would he?
Fair point.
There you go. Right. And then he also teleports, right? So when he feels like his job's done, he goes and kind of appears in another street, right?
He's more like a being.
Yes.
Like
he's an environment. So I'd like to see him pop up in places where typically the streets weren't nice.
Yeah.
So like seeing him pop up
tries
in
to
Gotham.
reform it, yeah.
Or like wherever
Gotham just corrupt him.
Or London Jack the Ripper era.
Yeah.
To see Jack the Ripper trying to kill people on Danny Street. I think it would be a fun kind of...
Why does the street names change to Danny too? Wouldn't that be funny?
He runs it all, man. He is the street. The street named Danny.
Then we got one more.
2000. Back to Marvel.
Yeah, 2001. X-Force number 116. The Gin Genie.
Yeah. This one makes sense.
Yeah.
She's
a bit of a lush.
A bit? The only way that she gets her powers is by ruthlessly drinking. Ruthless. Again, this goes back to, I wonder what writer was thinking about this. Like, hey man, I wonder if...
You wonder if these guys make up this stuff like under pressure, or if it's...
I think someone had a killer hangover. Like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
I got a superhero. Yeah. and she only drinks when she gets drunk and she got powers.
And so fuck you guys.
And so fuck you. And some dude just started drawing. It was like, all right, you got something here.
Yeah, and then what? And now what? I get the Gin Genie.
So it's weird. She has seismic waves, but only when she's drinking. So maybe the worst drinking partner ever?
Yeah, so she uses when she's sober.
Yes, yeah. And typically when people drink, they get emotional. So to bring out this amount of energy and power, probably you wouldn't be in a good mind space to be like, you're not thinking like Danny the Street.
So what? It's like
you're gonna be angry and moody and shit. To be like, ah!
So it's like the more drunk she gets,
the stronger.
Yeah. So this can be messy though, because if she gets like blackout drunk,
she has no idea what she's doing.
And she's just gonna fucking just destroy shit.
Which would be a great...
People think the Phoenix was bad.
I think the Phoenix is worse. Because the
ah.
Phoenix doesn't have to be drugged to control her Omega 5 power. I like where you're going. You just kind of...
I think
you saw a cliff and just kept driving. You gotta stop when you see the cliff. I think she would have a great arc because inevitably her alcoholism would either destroy her or she'd have to prove that, like, hey, I can't be the superhero that I want to be.
15 issues before she died, dude.
And
that's pretty impressive. Assuming
there's got to be like 6 issues where she's just talking about a killer hangover.
Just like
just my head is throbbing. What happened last night? And she looks behind her and sees a street just fucking crumble.
You got any water? No. You got any more beer? Or does she only drink gin?
I wonder if she just. I don't know if she stays on one alcohol.
That's interesting.
But I think she may have to. Hair on the dog in the morning and just keep the fucking flow
just
riding.
Keep her going.
Yeah. You always got to keep the engine running.
Yeah.
You're useless, Dober. Yeah. Useless. She is. What are you going to do?
I like you better when you're drinking.
Yeah, fine. I'll drink some more. I mean, I don't want you in the suit. You don't get the X Factor suit unless you're doing your superpower thing. You think Strong Guy puts on a normal head when you take off the suit? No. That guy always has a tiny head. Because his body's so big. Because he's Strong Guy. Are you not familiar with Strong Guy?
No, I'm feeling Strong Guy fine.
I don't know why he's not on this list. Strong Guy is...
Because I only went 10. We kept it at 10.
Did you?
Yeah, we could have expanded, but like there's Bouncing Boy and shit.
Really, you could have just done X Factor. Because X Factor picks up the weirdest
stuff,
dudes.
Well,
and genie girls.
Yeah.
And things.
Yeah.
The thing.
There's Lady Stiltman.
And it didn't make the list.
Didn't make the list. I don't know why.
Why?
It's Stiltman except Lady. Lady Stiltman.
Well,
Why is that not on here? That should be on here instead of Bertha.
Yeah, Bertha's like a legit hero.
Yeah, the Bertha's like...
And she works with legit heroes. Hawkeye and Mockingbird.
Who made this fucking list anyway?
I don't know. Anyway... Of these
yeah,
select few.
Yeah.
These top of the bottom of the barrel.
Now makes
sense.
Who do you think's the most likely out of all these people to actually be in a TV show? Not the one you want or the one you think, but who do you think's the most likely?
Oh,
just randomly.
For me, it's super easy. It's either the Wonder Twins because that kind of writes itself.
Yeah.
Because you can.
Or Bertha, right?
No, it's actually Danny the Street.
You think he's the most because the Doom Patrol show already exists?
Yes, and if I'm walking with the feeling of this guy gives me the feeling of Muppets and Sesame Street, and I'm just making this for adults, I can insert Danny the Street in any sort of like Gotham or dark and be like, hey man, and have this special episode where Danny the Street changed the whole narrative.
You go down that list and you think Danny the Street's the most likely
to get a TV show. Yes, not the one that I would pick for.
Not the one you picked. The one you would think most likely.
I think he's the most translatable to have guest appearance in any show.
Because you could just throw him in there.
You can drop him in any show. So
okay.
Change that to I feel you maybe not build a show around him because it could get stagnant.
Yeah.
But he could guest appearance on anything.
I wonder if I want to watch Doom Patrol, see if he's in it. Like because you could just throw him in for a quick cameo.
That's what I'm saying. You could have one episode where like you thought this was a dark and brooding TV show, and then for whatever reason these guys turn a block and they're on this street and they feel all fucking
makes sense
nice and
because
warm.
he'd be the most likely. He'd be the easiest cameo.
It's just like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And they look up and they see the street sign. It's like, hey man, Danny.
So if you were gonna make are you making a movie with these guys? If you want to make one.
If I want to make one,
yeah,
it's either Dog Welder.
That was great, but you'd have to do the whole Hitman group then.
No, I don't.
Just Dog Welder himself?
You telling me I couldn't do an hour and a half on Dog Welder?
I'd like to see it.
And then my extra credits is like, hey man, you want to join a team? I was like, really? Me?
He doesn't talk though. He doesn't talk.
So he doesn't. Yeah, he would grunt like Tim Allen. He would do definitely grunting.
Hilarious, just welding.
Yeah, of course. He has to have like dog whistles.
Would you give him a backstory on how he started?
Less is more with this weird motherfucker.
Just all of a sudden shows up and starts
welding. Give James Gunn all the rope.
Is Tim Allen gonna play him?
He's definitely gonna do. No, he's just doing voiceover work. I have Jamie Dornan playing him.
Oh, from The Fall. Yeah.
Is that okay?
That's right. Yeah. He's also from 50 Shades.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chicks like.
By some in The Fall.
Yeah. Let's completely ruin every chick fantasy by having this guy mutilate dogs. And no, he doesn't do his own voiceover work.
Well, in The Fall,
that's Tim Allen.
In The Fall, he's a serial killer.
Oh, there you go.
Like he kills women. So.
Well, and let's be honest, women will find an excuse to love whoever they like to love.
That's fair.
As will men.
See, if I was doing, yeah, if I was,
Yeah.
yeah,
I gave him a little too truth of a spot, eh?
if I was doing one, I think I'd mash up Matter You Lad and Arm Fall Off Boy,
Oh God.
and another guy in here called Micro Lad, and he,
So you're doing a team up movie.
yeah, kind of. What it is basically these two. I changed the origin, make these two best friends,
Okay.
and they both apply for the
One spot.
Legion of
Super-
Superheroes,
Okay.
and only one of them gets in.
Okay. Cool.
So then the other guy, the Micro Lad guy, gets in too, but then he gets kicked out. So it's now you got one guy who got kicked out, one guy who was rejected, and one guy who was taken in, and it's kind of like
But
their
they're
dynamic.
still
yeah,
are friends.
They're still friends, but there's
Okay.
that
My one question to you: is there a scene where Man Eater Lad,
eats one of Fall Off arms.
or at least tastes
Yes,
a limb? Yeah,
you
he's
got
got
it. You got to, because the whole movie's like, can I taste that? Can I try?
Here's the other question: does he enjoy the taste of the penis-looking man?
Yes.
I'm all in. R-rated. Give me what I want.
Yes.
Chartreuse and all.
Yes. Yum yum. That's kind of what I would base it on, something like that. That'd be kind of cool.
I think so.
And it'd be obviously lighthearted.
Yep.
It'd be kind of silly and
And because I don't know if there's a lot of source material, you can kind of play along with what the director or the writer have in
yeah,
mind.
you kind of get some creative control.
You're
and
not
then,
gonna have a lot of fanboys be like, "I'm sorry, arm fall off man
takes off his left arm, not his right arm.
Not his right
Yeah,
arm.
yeah.
because that's annoying."
Listen, shut up, nerds.
No,
I'll do what I want.
nerds, keep signing up and subscribing. Hit the like button below.
No, subscribe and like, but just shut up.
And but tell us that you like us in the comments because
Shut your fat nerdy mouth.
Listen, the conflicting opposite opinions here are not going to help out what we're trying to get across. I would also do a movie on Big Bertha because she's the best of the bunch.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of meat there because obviously you can have half the movie with her training with Hawkeye and Mockingbird. Her maybe in her past life where she decides that beauty, she's more than just a beauty, and self empowerment with plus size women and her.
I think that'd be cool.
Taking
I
back the
think
street.
that'd actually be cool.
There's a lot of heads you can.
Kind of like Faith from Valiant, right? Like it would be kind of
but cooler.
Cool. Yeah.
Because I don't know if Faith fights as much as
No,
Big Bertha does.
Faith is very positive. Yeah, but I think Bertha's a bit more of a badass.
And you can use a lot of WWE wrestlers. I feel in this.
You can make yeah. You could throw a Genie cameo in there.
I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either. But I just had to throw that in there.
Why did you suggest it if you don't even believe it?
Brother Power the Geek would be something different too. If it was based in the 60s, very hippie, so it's kind of like.
Unless it's today's special, the movie. I don't really want to be bad at kids.
No, it'd be more. I think
Movies.
it'd be more about the environment than about him.
So Captain Planet.
Kind of like hippies meets bikers.
So Captain Planet.
He's a hero.
I'm thinking of Danny the Street, the planet. No, Captain Planet versus
Don Cheadle gonna
Go-Go.
voice. Is Don Cheadle gonna voice Danny the Street?
No, he's just gonna do the what's it? The thrusts.
Don Cheadle.
You're a tree. You're a tree. Pogo versus Captain Planet.
You don't really need a villain, would you?
Oh, I did. I made a villain for Big Bertha. Their name is Anorexia.
Oh, I like it.
For obvious reasons. For Danny the Street.
Bertha would just destroy her.
For Danny the Street, I had gentrification. So real estate agents coming in and trying to fucking change up his street. He's like,
so
what
he's
the
just
fuck?
going after like all these agents, like get out of my fucking street.
Yeah, well, they keep trying to push all the people out and turn it into Starbucks.
This is now my most anticipated movie.
Danny the Street.
Yeah.
Oh, because of gentrification.
I
And then
like
I
it.
also put The Defenders from Netflix. Because
You're crossing DC and Marvel though.
Well,
right? You're going hardcore.
just
Okay, go ahead.
entertain me for a second.
Yeah, all right.
Name a borough, because there's 4 boroughs that the Defenders essentially
Exist?
defend,
Yeah.
that they haven't destroyed in saving. Including their own series where they had to dig up New York City to get dragon bones.
Yeah.
Like Danny would be crying. He'd be the lone Native American.
I was gonna say, would he form himself as a native? Just
Yeah, to see
single
the
tier?
single tier, because they just be ripping up the Astrovault? No.
AstroTurf?
No. What?
Asphalt?
Asphalt.
Asphalt.
I put
We
two
are
together.
stupid.
Well, I'm.
Astrovault? I know we've been drinking, but
That's the name of my
I
next
said
superhero.
my fucking thing was AstroTurf.
Excuse me, Coke. Astrovault is the name of my villain that I'm gonna make for Genie.
Astro Vault?
Yeah.
There we go.
Because they're just always lying on the ground, and Gingy always just drools and passes out. And he's always trying to hug her.
Her villain's sobriety.
her villain. Stop buying bottles.
Imagine sobriety was like the ghost, like the Mr. Burns
drink?
ghost. The Mr. Burns. I want love. So that was sobriety.
I want you to be clean. I want you to drink water.
I've got water.
Let's get high on air.
Nope. Get away from me. Get away. That's how I picture sobriety.
That's pretty good. Jazz would be a pincushion because this dude's terrible.
Jazz would be great if they KGB him.
Oh, just blew him up?
Yeah.
Would you put him in the Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Is
Something
he?
like that.
Oh,
yeah.
he's Marvel.
He's Marvel. That's unfortunate.
What's the equivalent for? Would he be in what's it? Exiles?
X-Force?
Exiles? Would you send him on time traveling missions?
I would put him in the X-Men if it just means he gets shot in the head, like in the
first
10 minutes.
Who's he running in?
No, you know what'd be cool?
Jubilee saving him.
You know what'd be amazing is
Jubilee's not on this
he was
goddamn
he was in an X-Men movie, and he lasted the whole movie, but he kept having these near-death experiences.
Oh, and everyone's like, "When are you gonna die, man?"
Like, yeah.
Not gonna.
And then it doesn't.
Not gonna.
And then
Jazz.
And then he
I'm
dies.
gonna live forever.
At the very end, he dies like a stroke or something, like something stupid.
Or like he gets hit by a car across the
street.
street.
Yeah, something pathetic. At the very the end credits.
Jazz.
That's what I'd do.
Or he gets eaten by Man-Eater Lad. Crossover.
Man-Eater Lad could just eat everybody.
Could he?
The Red Bee's a fucking waste. They
Why? Your
like
version.
The uncle. The original. He's a fucking waste.
I've got a bee in my buttocks.
I think he's the worst on this list.
At the very least, he probably has the best catchphrases. Because 1940s, they had the lingo.
Buzz off!
Are you going to use that gun? No! I got a buckle to bite your bottom side. Brucey?
He goes, who the fuck are you? Mind your own beeswax.
See, there you go.
Oh, he's good.
You know you're going to have to track down a 1940s.
Where's my money, honey?
Exactly. Buzz off!
I imagine he has that voice. Get out of here.
He would have to. You're going to have to track down a Red Bee 1940s mint edition comic book and read how amazing he was. And decked in chartreuse.
Chartreuse. Would you give him the sleeves?
Yeah, you got to have the sleeves.
Yeah, the sleeves. It's funny, we spent all this time yelling about all these oddball characters.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. In this segment, we rank the worst 9 for any given topic of the day. Welcome to Power Wreckings.
I hope number 1's good because I made that comment. Wreckings.
Today we got the worst blind date male villains. Okay, so if you were going on a date, if you were gonna go on,
I just read the list.
Yeah, if you were going on a date. I don't know why you would be, but if you're going on a date with a
it's 2018, okay?
If you go,
it's a man date. If you feel better, we're gonna watch sports. So we're just hanging out after work.
If you're going on a date with a male villain, 2018, 2019, 2020, whatever it is.
Whoa, it's 2020 already.
Your worst. The worst 9.
Destroy the set.
The worst 9 you could have.
Destroy the set.
Are as follows.
All right.
So the very worst. We going this way?
I don't know. What was your number 1? So then, that's how you do it.
Number 1 is Mojo.
Mojo from
Marvel.
Something World? What's
fuck! What the hell is that thing called?
Clearly, we've done so much research on these dates.
No, but I just expected to know that off the top of my head. Is it Mojo World? Is it just Mojo World?
I think it is.
Yeah, it's Mojo World.
You got tricked, son. Yeah. Swipe right. Yeah, this guy's terrible. Not only does he not have feet, and that's a big thing for me. I typically like my dates to have feet.
I'd like you not to have mechanical fucking insect
spider legs. Yeah. He's constantly trying to trap me into doing game shows and telling me what like talents I have.
Trying to trick you and putting you in some fucking weird.
You can do what?
Yeah. And that'd be fucking terrible. You could.
It keeps throwing up this remote and change the channel. Like, don't change the channel. Like,
I've got you now.
Yeah, no, just leave it on
my Coliseum.
Just leave it on sports. It's okay.
Terrible, just fucking terrible. Number 2.
He looks weird too. I mean, I'm not one to judge looks, but he's gross.
Number 2, Skeletor. You can't trust this fucking guy.
He looks cute though.
Skeletor looks cute.
Oh no, I was looking at this little meme I have where they have like Skeletor as a cat.
All I know is the meme where they go when she asks you if you nut, and then you show Skeletor running away going.
That's pretty good too.
He's a piece of shit. Okay, so you don't want to. No, he's a prick.
Is he?
Plus, he's a skeleton. You can't tell his expression. This guy's always lying to you.
But he's laughing. He's very jovial. I'm gonna make a case for.
With an annoying ass laugh.
I'm gonna make a case for Skeleton.
No.
Because I think it'd be a fun date.
It'd be a fun date.
Well, except for the attire, because he's just wearing
purple garb.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to call it. Clothes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a cat suit, though, isn't it? Like, look at that.
Yeah. It's actually pretty good. It's a meme of Skeletor as a cat. It says meow at the top of it.
So that's what I think of when I think of Skeletor.
Okay, that's fair. Number 3.
We explained nothing.
No, we explained nothing there. But
yeah, but don't date Skeletor. He does not have the power. There we go. Number 3,
Two-Face.
Oh man, talk about bipolar.
That would be be frustrating.
Talk about a face for a radio.
Yeah.
Oh man, how many of these do I have? Oh man, talk about something with a tailor, because he's got impeccable taste in tailors. Then I guess.
So who makes his suits?
He's got a lot of money that he spends on upkeep. Right?
Okay, fair
He's
enough.
clearly not spending it on the dinner.
No.
He needed to get these 2 suits destroyed and then re-put back together.
Yeah.
And he doesn't wear the other suit. You know that, right? Because they have to match his faces.
Right.
So there's a whole other half suit out there.
Yeah.
That either he donates to charity, which he probably doesn't because he's a horrible person.
Yeah. He's a horrible person.
Because you would assume, or like gives to his like goons.
I think he just throws it away.
Really? Like you don't give them to your goons?
No.
Like, aren't your goons supposed to look somewhat like you?
That's the other thing. Part 2. If you're on a date with them, how many goons are gonna be around you?
I like the goons.
You want goons around you all the
time?
Goons, I don't.
The goons have the best jokes about him when he goes to the washroom.
Which half of him though?
What did the one face say to the other face?
Oh, wow, that's a face.
I got acid on my face. I'd laugh at that. I'm a little tanked up, so.
Regardless, it's a bad look.
He orders 2 of everything. Like it's bad.
Number 4.
I had more Two-Face things.
No, oh, did you? No more. No more.
No more. Fine.
Number 4, Galactus. Get him into a diner.
Can you?
I don't know. I don't think so.
He would eat the planet.
Yeah, he'd eat the planet.
That's about it.
This probably should be number 1 because he's just gonna.
No, because I think he'd be very worldly.
Worldly, yeah, but
he could show me a new world.
Where are you gonna?
Literally. Boom! Mic drop. Grammy Award-winning song. I just learned that today. What? A Whole New World was Grammy Award-winning.
Really?
Yeah, I lost a mark for it. I picked Lion King song.
It
wasn't. Yeah, who knows that?
Circle of Life wasn't.
No, it won an Oscar.
Okay.
I think for Best Original Song, but not a Grammy. Get at me in the comments.
Huh.
Galactus. And Galactus knows this.
Number 5, my boy Grey Gargoyle.
Again, charming.
This motherfucker will turn everything into stone.
He wears gloves and boots.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, he can take a glove off at any time.
He knows the best place to get tea. I assume. No, he does not drink tea. Isn't he British?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Well, bad date.
He's not British. He's some.
I think he's British, man.
Oh, he's European. I don't know if he's British.
Get me in the comments. Do the homework that we did not do.
His gloves are blue, though. Remember you thought they were purple?
They are purple.
No, they're not. They're blue.
Get me in the comments. Vote on it. I'm pretty sure it's purple.
Let me know if, it's blue.
Blue purple?
Number 6.
Like blue like Galactus or purple like Galactus?
Galactus is... Number 6.
Just fade out.
Number 6 is the Riddler. This guy would be annoying as shit to have.
Yeah, and
because you can't talk to him.
Depending on which version, if it's Jim Carrey, he's constantly in a leotard, and that makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, acting all weird. That was like the Riddler cross Joker cross.
It's weird.
Jim Carrey. That was a weird iteration.
It was he looked like a Cirque du Soleil performer.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, those little bombs.
And then like the Simpsons cartoons just gyrating in my face when I'm trying to watch the show.
Yeah,
I don't want that.
No, he'd be annoying as piss because he's been sending these stupid riddles the entire
I'd be
fucking
like,
time.
So what do you want to get to drink? Riddle me this.
Yeah.
It's clean.
It's blue.
It's wet. And it's all over you. It's like, oh, this is terrible, man.
This is weird.
So where were you raised up? Riddle me that.
Yeah, this is weird.
It wasn't in America. I'm British.
Number 7. What? Why is everybody British?
The last 6 are British.
Number 7, Megatron.
Faith. Oh, read the wrong list.
Yeah, you're reading along. It's Megatron. Megatron's number 7.
What do you mean? You want to eat with Megatron?
No.
I am Megatron.
No.
Feed me Energon. Spot on.
That was perfect.
I am Megatron. I like Optimus dead. No?
Number 8's Krang from Turtles.
Well, you don't like dating robots? Wait, go back to Megatron.
I don't want to fucking date a robot.
He turns into a gun.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay the
or
check.
Or cannon.
Wait, you think you're paying the check with this dude?
He might kill you too, though.
Also, death by snoo.
No, I'm not snoozing. You big fucking robot. Unless you got them cakes.
Don't knock
Unless you got them cakes.
It's 2020. We have sex with robots now, man.
Yeah, unless you got them cakes.
You can transform the cakes.
Number 8's Krang.
Krang, yeah.
Little blob.
He's a brain.
Brain alien.
Yeah.
Who never shuts up but being in control and fuck that guy.
You don't like Craig.
I don't want to have dinner with him.
He's got Foot Patrol. Foot Clan.
Foot Clan. Oh man, how'd you botch that? Foot Patrol?
I've been drinking.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
And going on random dates with people I don't want to go
weirdos.
on. Yeah.
So he's number 9 is the Violator from Spawn. So the clown.
Well, his name's the
turns
Violator,
into the Violator.
so I don't know how I signed up. I don't know how I signed up for this. I don't know how I swiped right for this one.
Motherfucking.
Damn.
Chris Hansen's around the corner.
I'm taking some L's on this one.
The Violator. Yeah,
what's your name? The Violator. Like,
if you're going on a date and the guy's like, "What's your name?" and the guy goes, "I'm the Violator,"
and you continue going on the date,
yeah.
you signed up for.
I'm sorry, but there's something wrong in there.
You signed up.
Name alone is, it's not happening, bro.
He's got a nice smile.
No, he doesn't.
It's violet.
And this has been Power wreckingS. A 666 in this segment.
What time is it?
Oh, it's 666.
There we go.
In this segment, we give you a heads up on any hidden gems, not always comic related, to keep a lookout for. Today, we're talking about a fancy little flick from our childhood.
Maybe one of the definitive, if not the best, Batman films.
No, maybe about it, man. Mask of the Phantasm.
It's fucking good.
Based off of, was it Bruce Timm's? His name Bruce Timm. His animated series run.
Tim Bruce.
There you go. His animated. No, it's not. You fucking son of a bitch.
Just reverse it. If you ever feel unconfident about something, someone's like, "Is it this?"
Just
reverse it to this, that.
Oh, that's it.
And they'll walk away, but like, yeah, it is.
It's Bruce Timm, you fucking.
It is, isn't it?
His run with the Batman animated series.
His iconic run.
Yes.
This is actually a good run. And this was the quintessential storyline from it, because it gave Batman everything he had not had in a movie to that date and since then, which was a credible backstory.
Yep.
A personal and investment with his character and what was going on in his life. And did I say a villain?
No, you haven't said that yet. And that was
a villain that was on par.
Yeah.
Right? So they gave you the trifecta. And this is coming off of the legs of the Batman animated series. So any Batman fan was already in love with the way that they filmed and kind of showed Batman to the mass audiences. This was the dark, grim, but still very cold and calculating, and could always kind of pull it out. They took that and even gave him a harder challenge with this movie, which was great.
We can't if you haven't seen it, we can't really talk too much about the plot because you can't have it spoiled. You gotta watch it.
Your first watch is your greatest watch, but your second watch is I can't believe it. You get to see how they really pulled that all together.
Because they bring in the new Phantasm villain who's never. This is where they originate.
This
from.
is the intro,
here.
So no one's even got to see that to this point, and
he turns out to be
gangbusters.
Great villain.
Yeah. That no one really mentions in his rogue gallery.
No, ever, because it's just got the one appearance.
That was it.
And then
just a taste, and then never again. Which is kind of good, right? You don't cheapen the effect of how great that villain was.
Which is I was just saying, which is awesome because you can go through. You can go through almost, I don't want to say life. You can go through life and not know who it is, and it's oh wait, Mask of the Phantasm, who is this? And then you pick it up and you watch it, so there's no backstory. You don't know anything about him until you watch the movie.
And it's an easy watch. I think it's an hour and 40-something minutes.
Not even that, probably. I think it's an hour 20.
And it rolls by. It's so good.
It's got everything you want in a Batman movie.
The way they paced it too, because it's flashbacks, the current day.
Yeah, sets up the backstory for the film. Sets up the villains.
We may have to do a whole episode on just how good
Probably should,
this
man.
episode is.
Probably should. It's a hidden gem though, because I mean, like, you got the whole Dark Knight trilogy, which is great.
You got Keaton,
which is great.
who's got two.
Keaton, who did his thing, which is
Keaton
great.
and Burton was good. You have Batman Nipples, which isn't great. You have Ben Affleck, which is better than Batman Nipples, but often forgot, or his animated, amazing, and like the voice acting too, because I don't know.
Kevin Conrad, man.
Yeah, who's been consistently the voice of
Batman in the video games, and he's
for my young adult.
It's funny,
and for my adult life. So.
There's some other guys like Kevin O'Mara and stuff that do the voice, and they're good. But if I don't hear Kevin Conrad,
it doesn't sound like Batman.
Kevin Conrad, I'm like, oh man, that's not my Batman.
That's the one you need, right?
Bring back Conrad. But yeah, no, it's.
Check it out.
If you're a Batman fan,
if you haven't seen it in a while and you're hearing this,
watch
it again.
Watch it again.
It's been a while, I guarantee it. Except for that one guy that's like, it's Friday, I gotta watch this. And kudos to you.
Guys, yes.
Watch something else. Try Under the Red Hood.
And then come back to it.
And then go,
Under the Red Hood's amazing. But
it is. It's not as definitive. This is
definitive
Batman.
This is definitive.
This is definitive Batman. This is what you can kind of make into a live action movie.
Oh my god, could you imagine that?
Yeah. We may have to do casting. We're probably gonna do
We'll probably do it.
A whole pod episode.
Until then, no. Keep 666.
What time was it?
666.
There we go.
This segment is called Heroes from a Hat, where we pick two random heroes from this hat and pit them against each other in a fight. Dank takes one, I take the other.
I look at mine.
Ready to go?
Yes.
Silver Surfer.
I have Storm, the goddess of all gods.
So, you know, Storm's cool.
Storm's Omega.
She's near Omega, yeah.
And I'm in the next round. I have beaten Silver Surfer. You know what?
Ooh.
With compassion.
Pump the brakes.
Compassion.
Bring Storm back.
Listen.
No, bring her back.
First of all, you're bound to Earth.
Uh-huh.
Right, Silver Surfer? You can't really get anywhere anymore. Blacks made sure that you stuck on Earth. This is the home that you're protecting.
I have cosmic abilities.
But listen, this is my here I'm going. This is me doing what I'm doing because I'm Storm.
Okay.
So you're on my planet, where I decide, you know what? Yeah, you're getting a little too comfortable here, so I open up a giant sinkhole and drop you to the center of Earth, where you have to deal with lava, core, and then I fill it with snow and thunder and rain, and then fuse that together, so you're stuck in the center of the world. Can't get out. You're dead. I win. My name's Storm. I'm a goddess. Can't touch this.
Or like in reality.
Crown me.
In reality.
Oh yeah, we're playing reality with this made up game of superheroes that are battling each other.
Sorry. In actuality.
I fly.
So do I.
I have a team of X-Men.
So do I.
I have
Galactus.
No, you don't have Galactus.
Okay. Doesn't matter. I got fucking.
Damn it! Mr. Fantastic kind of has.
Fantastic Four, and you completely.
He's done.
You missed that, yeah.
I have Negative Zone. Wait, no, Storm.
That was weeks ago.
I have T'Challa. And
no, you guys broke up.
Yeah, but alimony. So I get half of the vibranium, half of Wakanda.
I get all the cosmic energy.
I'm a god.
What a couple beams here. I don't want to hurt you, but I gotta get through this round.
Honestly, that's the one thing I think I would win, because you're so compassionate now, and like you've grown to kind of have a heart. You're not gonna beat a lady.
Not with my fist.
No,
I'll just zap her.
And it's a proud black woman, so you can't beat her either.
I'll just fry her with this.
Has Rosa Parks meant nothing to you, Silver Surfer?
I don't know, from out there. Norman Rad
the answer is no. Yeah, the answer is no. You have no idea what Rosa Parks is.
Norman Rad doesn't care. All he cares about is moving on to the next round, which he does. Sorry, Storm. Silver Surfer wins.
Never do that again.
Silver Surfer wins.
Remember when Silver Surfer was cool?
Yeah, not anymore, eh? No, that ruined it.
That's so not all the same.
Oh well.